Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's update focuses on the latest developments surrounding the Vietnamese Dong and the US dollar exchange rate. If you enjoy factual and professional currency news and economic analysis, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. According to the market data provided, the USDVND exchange rate moved lower to 26,267.5 thousand yuan on July 10, 2026, representing a decline of 0.10% compared with the previous trading session. While this may appear to be a relatively small movement on the surface, even modest fluctuations in exchange rates often attract close attention from investors, businesses, exporters, importers, and anyone following Vietnam's economic outlook. Currency markets are influenced by a wide range of domestic and international factors, and today's movement provides another opportunity to understand how the Vietnamese Dong is performing against the US dollar. Looking at the broader picture, the Vietnamese Dong has strengthened by approximately 0.22% over the past month. This gradual appreciation suggests that the currency has shown resilience despite ongoing uncertainty across global financial markets. At the same time, when viewed over the past 12 months, the Dong remains about 0.59% weaker against the US dollar. This contrast highlights an important reality of foreign exchange markets. Short-term trends do not always reflect the longer-term direction, and exchange rates are constantly adjusting to changing economic conditions. For many viewers, understanding what these numbers actually mean is more important than simply knowing the exchange rate itself. The USD-VND spot exchange rate represents the value of $1 in Vietnamese Dong for immediate settlement. In other words, it shows how much one currency is worth in terms of the other when a transaction is completed right away. This is the exchange rate that businesses, banks, traders, and financial institutions monitor throughout the trading day, because it reflects current market conditions. It is also important to distinguish between the spot exchange rate and the forward exchange rate. Although they are closely related, they serve different purposes. The spot exchange rate is used for immediate currency exchanges, while the forward exchange rate is agreed upon today, but applies to a transaction that will be completed at a specified future date. Companies involved in international trade frequently use forward contracts to reduce uncertainty and protect themselves from unexpected currency fluctuations. By locking in an exchange rate ahead of time, businesses can better manage their costs and revenues, especially when dealing with large cross-border transactions. Today's movement in the USD-VND exchange rate may appear modest, but it reflects the ongoing balance between supply and demand for both currencies. Factors such as international trade, foreign direct investment, interest rate expectations, inflation, central bank policies, global economic growth, and investor confidence all play important roles in determining exchange rate movements. A stronger Vietnamese Dong can reduce the cost of imported goods and help ease inflationary pressures, while a weaker Dong may improve export competitiveness by making Vietnamese products more affordable in international markets. Vietnam continues to maintain one of the most closely watched economies in Southeast Asia. The country has established itself as a major manufacturing and export hub, attracting investment from multinational corporations seeking diversified supply chains. Continued investment in manufacturing, technology, infrastructure, and logistics has supported long-term economic growth and strengthened confidence in Vietnam's economic fundamentals. These structural advantages often contribute to greater stability in the Vietnamese Dong, even during periods of heightened global uncertainty. The US dollar, meanwhile, remains the world's primary reserve currency and continues to influence financial markets worldwide. Changes in US monetary policy, inflation data, employment reports, treasury yields, and expectations regarding future interest rates frequently affect the value of the dollar against emerging market currencies, including the Vietnamese Dong. Because of this relationship, market participants carefully monitor economic developments in both Vietnam and the United States when assessing future exchange rate trends. The fact that the Vietnamese Dong has gained modestly over the past month may indicate improving short-term market confidence, although a single month's performance should not be viewed in isolation. Currency markets often experience periods of appreciation, followed by consolidation or temporary weakness, as investors respond to new economic information. Likewise, the 12-month decline of approximately 0.59% illustrates that exchange rates evolve gradually over time and reflect broader economic conditions rather than isolated daily movements. Businesses involved in importing machinery, energy, electronics, and industrial equipment into Vietnam often welcome a stronger domestic currency because it reduces the local currency cost of foreign purchases. Export-oriented companies, however, may face different considerations, as exchange rate movements can influence the competitiveness of Vietnamese products in overseas markets. Policymakers therefore seek to maintain a balance that supports economic growth while preserving overall financial stability. Financial analysts generally evaluate exchange rate developments alongside other economic indicators, rather than relying on one number alone. Inflation trends, GDP growth, manufacturing activity, export performance, foreign investment, foreign exchange reserves, and consumer confidence all contribute to a more complete understanding of a country's economic health. For this reason, today's USD-VND movement should be viewed as one piece of a much larger economic picture, rather than a standalone signal. For investors and currency observers, patience remains essential. Exchange rates rarely move in a perfectly straight line, and daily fluctuations are a normal characteristic of global financial markets. Long-term trends are typically shaped by sustained economic performance, sound monetary policy, international trade, and investor confidence, rather than short-lived market reactions. As always, it is important to rely on verified economic data and official announcements when evaluating developments in the foreign exchange market. Market conditions can change quickly, and no single exchange rate movement guarantees a future trend. Staying informed through credible sources allows investors, businesses, and viewers to better understand the forces influencing the Vietnamese Dong and the broader global economy. Thank you for watching today's update. If you found this analysis informative, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more professional updates covering the Vietnamese Dong, global currency markets, and international economic developments. This content is provided for informational and educational purposes only, and should not be considered financial or investment advice.